Buckle up because in today's video, I'm going to show you a super fast makeup look coming from one compact and just a few brushes from Seint Beauty. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is use a primer on my face. I've just used our setting spray, sprayed that on, and everything is going to come out of this double level compact. I'll first address the dark circles underneath my eyes with Mango Highlight to color correct the dark blue I have going on down there. So color correcting is optional, but it's something that I use before I apply my foundation, and I have found Mango Highlight to be pretty universal for dark circles. Then I'm going to address some of the breakouts and redness I have with the contour of ours called Aspen. So Aspen's great for color correcting any redness, rosacea, scars, acne, age spots you may have. I'm applying a thin layer to cover the red patches that I have on my face. As I said, color correcting is optional, but super effective. So I'm going to be using our 3D cream foundation from Seint. I'm going to apply everything in one strategic layer and blend it all out. I'm first starting off with placing strategically my main highlight where I need coverage. So as you saw, I placed that in the middle of my forehead, on my nose, and then around my chin, and basically where you would traditionally have your face covered up with a mask. So this is a thin cream that's going to give me coverage, but it's going to look natural, especially once I blend it all out. Then I'm going to move on to contour, which is a thicker cream, and contour basically mimics shadows. So you're going to place that strategically in areas where you want dimension. So the first two places I'm going to apply my contour is along my cheekbone, where my cheekbone starts to where it stops. And by placing that contour on my cheekbones, along my forehead, temple to temple, and then along my jawbone, I'm giving my face shadow and dimension. So if your makeup, instead of having it one easy flat look, we're going to give it a little bit of dimension and make our face really pop. Speaking of pop, I'm going to throw my accent highlight strategically underneath my eyes very lightly, and then any other place on my face I want to brighten, such as in the T-zone, and then down my upper lip and along my jaw to match up with my neck. So using an accent highlight just really makes yourself look nice and awake and adds even more dimension. I'm going to blend everything out with the detail brush. So you could use any of our double-ended brushes at Seint. These are specifically made to apply and blend your cream makeup. So I'm using very light dabbing motions. That way I can help push that cream in and it looks more natural. I am starting off with the bottom of this larger end of the detail brush and just blending out the lighter areas first, so where I applied that accent highlight, and then my main highlight, and then I'll go ahead and blend in my contour. The brushes do all the work for you when it comes to blending, and blending is definitely key when it comes to any makeup, but especially cream makeup, because we want to have coverage, but we also want our makeup to look natural looking, so that really our natural beauty shines through in our finished look. I love the detail brush for applying and blending contour because it makes it so easy. When you blend your contour, especially in your cheekbones, feather up. I want you to think of it as we're drawing the eye upward and giving ourselves an instant facelift. And then I'll move that brush up into blending my contour line on my forehead. I want to make sure I blend that darker color cream up into my hairline. That way it blends like a dream and we don't have any harsh lines. Then I'll move that contour blending down along my jawbone, and I'm going to make sure I blend that contour line down into my neck. And this is just placing a shadow along my jawbone, so I'm giving my jawbone just a stronger appearance, and it's also going to give myself a little bit of hiding any double chin you may have going on. Then you can flip that detail brush and just continue blending any small areas of your face around your nose and your eyes. I'm also going to use that same detail brush just to apply a little bit of contour down my nose. This is a very fast way if you want to do nose contouring. That is a completely optional step, but this brush makes it so easy. And then I use accent highlight down the bridge of my nose to give a little bit of a pop of a brighter color. An important step after you apply your foundation is to continue blending it with a beauty blender sponge. So I'm using our Perfector sponge. It's a great sponge that just works well with the cream. Then you want to set that with the setting spray so your makeup lasts all day. After I've used a setting spray to set my makeup, I like to apply a little bit of warmth to my face with our Bella bronzer. So this is a cream bronzer that I apply basically where I have my contour. So it doesn't replace the contour I did earlier, but it's just gonna warm my face up. I'm blending my bronzer out with the blend brush. It's just a really light, airy brush we have at Seint that I love to apply bronzer on my forehead and then the top of my cheekbones. I'll use that same brush to apply my blush, and today's color I'm using is one of my favorite lip and cheeks, the color Nude. And I love our lip and cheeks because they're cream, they blend like a dream, and you can also place them on your lips for color. I'll be moving on to my eye makeup, and I first started off using a primer from NYX. So I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush we have, the fluffy end, and go into this beautiful matte pink color called Lullaby. So I'm keeping my eyes open and using that fluffy end of that eyeshadow brush and going back and forth in a windshield wiper motion. Keeping that eye open really helps get that color all the way up if you have a hooded eyelid. Then I'll flip the end of that brush to the smaller dense side and go in a darker, brighter color in the outer corners called Mi'ija. I love this color, and I love to focus a darker, deep color in the outer corners just to give my eyes a little bit more dimension and make it appear bigger. So I love the fact that I can use this brush so quickly, go back and forth, but I am going to switch and just use my finger to apply my favorite shimmer that you can really see. It's a beautiful pink and gold shimmer shadow we have at Seint called Tawanda, just on the center of the lid. Then I'm going to apply a little bit of our powder illuminator called Starlit on the inner corners for an iridescent color. I have an ombre effect on my eyes, light to dark, and that is that with my eye makeup. I'll finish it off with a little bit of our eyeliner called Black Friday. And Black Friday, I just focus it on the bottom lash line on the outer corner and then very lightly on the inner corner using that line brush. That is the same brush I used to fill my brows. I sprayed that line brush and went into this brown eyeshadow, filled my brows, switched it, sprayed the spoolie end, went in the wax, and then I placed the wax on my eyebrows to keep my eyebrows in place. I finish off my look with that same blend brush going in Starlit Illuminator just to give myself a little bit of shine, and then I also placed in the middle of my lips I am throwing a beautiful pink color called Summer Love on my lips to complete my look, and that's that. So my makeup all came from one compact, just a few brushes, the detail brush, the blend brush, and the eyeshadow brush, and of course our setting spray. If you'd like to get color matched and get started with your makeup routine and do your makeup in a matter of minutes and it lasts all day and look effortlessly gorgeous, get in touch with me and I will get you started with Seint products. I promise you, you will love how beautiful these products go on your skin and last all day long.